Hello there, darlings. Welcome to the Clockwork Cabaret. They are old, they are not hip. They are the weird answers that you didn't know you needed or wanted. And now, for a friendly reminder, this show is for adults. That darling DJ duo, Emmett Davenport and Lady Attercop, drink cocktails, have potty mouths, and at least one of them was raised by wolves.
And with the sound of the cuckoo, you know that it is time for the Clockwork Cabaret. Hooray!
Hurrah!
Hurrah!
You sounded quite British there.
I was trying to be very proper. I am Emmett Davenport.
And I am the Grand Duchess Lady Attercop. Who knows? We're trying something different.
No,
and couldn't keep it up for more than 2 seconds.
No, I was messing around with the sound things, and I don't know. I don't do accents, but I will do some funny voices.
There are many that would argue I don't do accents either. But I try. Are they good? No. Do they have to be? Probably, but that's not going to stop me. Hasn't up until this point. Why should it start now?
I'm not a voice actor.
I'll be a voice. If you want to pay me to do voice acting, I come very reasonably priced.
Sure.
Let's just say value sourced for your entertainment. And I'll do any accent you want. Will I do it well? Absolutely not. But does it matter? No, because you're not paying much. Hey, that's the Lady Attercop promise.
That's true. Lady Attercop would be a perfect voice actor, character actor, if you wanted to do some sort of Flint Glomgold version of anything.
Where it's in a fake accent.
Yes.
It's a purposely bad one.
Yes.
That was my favorite part of the new DuckTales reboot. Spoilers for the new DuckTales reboot, FYI.
Yes.
That you're going.
It came out several years ago. It's fine.
Boy, the Flintheart Glomgold Scottish accent sure does sound crappy next to David Tennant's real Scottish accent. Ha ha! You fools! That was part of the plan.
Yes, that was the whole joke.
And then that has become my go-to Scottish accent. Now I have no subtlety left in my Scots accent. It's now just Flintheart Glomgold! Like I'm just screaming about sharks. Look at me, wee sharkers! They're in parkas! Got your teeth, you got your bottom teeth going. It's just all... Get a fake... Suddenly a fake beard appears.
It's true. I've seen it. It's very weird.
I put a kilt on.
She's got a kilt on. She's got a tam. She's got
a tam o'shanter, a fake beard. I've got a kilt in my bag right this second. Just should the need arise.
It's amazing and very weird.
It's very strange.
It's confusing.
But you know what? Let me tell you, those Jehovah's Witnesses do not come back.
It's true.
You answer the door in a tam o'shanter and a kilt with a fake beard. A stuffed shark
shouting about sharks.
Stuffed shark under your arm. Who wants to be a part of my evil plan? And there's no like taking that voice down to 5 or 6. It's got to be 13, 14 on the 1 to 10 scale.
Yeah. It's not a subtle.
No. Much like the Scottish people themselves.
We love them.
That's what we love about you. That's where my people are from. And I know how my people are. Maybe it's just my family that's like that. I don't know.
No, from what I can tell.
Maybe that's the reason they left the island. Get off.
You're really loud and you're ruining
Get off the island.
I mean, my Scottish ancestry, all of them are very, we don't talk about things.
Oh yeah, no, there's no emotion other than yelling.
There's
no love.
No loud.
Yeah. Oh, there's yelling. There's no other emotions.
Oh, well, no, my I don't know. My grandfather never raised his voice as far as I ever. He held it all in. He repressed a lot.
Repressed, not expressed.
Yes, yeah. There was no.
What's that joke about? Is it John Mulaney? It's like, I'm going to keep all my emotions here in my chest until I hear a bagpipe, and then I'm going to weep openly.
Yeah.
That's our people. Ah, well, our ancestry. We're Americans.
Yes.
We're
yeah.
damn dirty Yankees.
It's true. It's terrible. We're embarrassed for it. We feel bad. That's why we bring up our ancestry all the time.
It's not terrible, except for when you look at our current administration, the administration before that, the one before that.
All of them.
And the history. The history of the people that colonized this area.
Yeah, so just everything.
Yeah.
I think the experiment...
Not much better for... Scotland, not much better, honestly.
Aww.
Scotland, we love you, but you did some colonizations.
That's true.
And I can't even... Belgium on the other side. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
They threw some... Yeah. And then some Irish that you could be like, oh, well, they didn't... Oh, no. Ulster Irish. Oh, right. Those ones. Yeah, those ones.
That's
sorry.
all right.
Just terrible on all sides.
Yeah, I don't have much better, really.
It's fine. We're white. We're just terrible by default. It's our lot.
I'm sorry.
It's
sorry,
fine.
everyone.
They know.
I'm sorry.
Oh, they do.
Just
they could tell.
They could hear it in our voices.
Just the mediocrity.
Ugh, it's true. It's terrible.
Of our genetic curse. Look, I can't go outside without running a fever because if I spend too long in the sun, it hurts me. So I'm not I'm not gonna here to defend my shit. Like, come on. Oh no. Oh, life giver to the planet. No.
I just don't go outside because I'm allergic to nature.
Also allergic to nature.
Everything
just too precious for this entire world.
Everything on the planet that grows wants to kill me.
I do okay in the water. Ugh. I mean, I'm fine in the water as long as I have, enough sunblock on. Because the water amplifies the sun's rays. So, I just can't go outside, can't go in the sun, can't go in the shade.
I just hang out in basements. Oh, not even basements, because if there's mold or mildew, that also wants to kill me.
Yeah.
So, no, none of that.
Nothing. We're too precious for this world.
I just live in a bubble.
We'd be dead by 10 if we lived at any other point in history.
It's true. Someone would have just handed me roses and I would have died.
I would have died when I got my appendix out.
Oh, yeah, because of the veterinarian that performed the surgery.
To be fair, the veterinarian didn't kill me. And my mom says it wasn't a veterinarian. It was a physician's assistant who performed the emergency appendectomy.
So it would have been better if it had been a vet.
I mean, the scarring probably would have looked better. As we've discussed on this show before, me and my Frankenstein scar.
It is huge.
It's really large. It's like, and there's two distinct angles at which it was cut out. Like, no, I'm going the wrong way. Let's course correct this way.
Also, the fact that usually scars get smaller as you get older, and because you grow and they get smaller.
Well, your body rebuilds the collagen and stuff. Yeah,
but if that scar is the smaller version.
What did it look like when I was 7?
Right.
Oh my God.
Like, did they just try and hack you in half?
I think they forgot to drop the keys in there.
Yeah.
And went, oh no.
And they're like, oh, the keys to the motorcycle.
But whatever it was that I had that turned out not to be appendicitis, fun story, probably would have killed me anyway. So, hey.
Well, with them digging their hands around, poking at things.
I mean, no one would have tried to cut, no one would have performed surgery if this was like the dumb ages. They couldn't get me to a barber in time. No. I would just die. I'd just be dead by now.
And you'd be a ghost.
I'd be haunting something. Pale and ethereal. I'm halfway there. In Montana. Me and some dinosaurs haunting some stuff.
Oh, that'd be the life.
That sounds pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
there you go.
Scaring rednecks. Get out of this mine! Ooh, I died in the 1980s! What happened on Punky Brewster? What was the finale like? Did the dog die?
Oh,
I
hope not.
all I remember was I was very upset that I had to go to surgery because I was going to miss the season finale of Punky Brewster.
Oh.
But I believe it was a 2-part cliffhanger.
The dog did not die.
I don't think the dog died.
No.
I don't even know if that was the cliffhanger. I
have no
assumed
idea.
there was a dog, so I assumed the dog was in danger. That's why young me was so adamant that I don't care, Doc, I don't care. We've got to postpone this thing. I've got to see the end of Punky Brewster.
Oh, the television was very important.
I mean, what else did I have going on? I was a weird ginger living in Montana. Nothing.
I had no friends.
I didn't have friends.
Except the cat.
I didn't have any friends. I had the cat that followed me to school.
Who escorted me to school.
And back home, to be fair, back to school and to home.
That cat wanted to make sure you were okay.
That cat knew I was going to get bullied. He was there to make sure. It didn't happen. She's like, look, you put her in correctional shoes. I'm just here to make sure she can get through the day.
Someone has to.
Someone has to.
Oh, that great cat.
That was a good cat. I did have a cat that followed me to school. He took me to school in the morning, picked me up at lunch. He visited for snack.
Well, because he wanted to snack.
Yeah, because he wanted a snack. And then he roamed the halls for a little while and then would pick me up after school. And apparently, even when I stopped going to that school because we had moved, he continued to go across the street, hang out at the school, wait for lunch, escort some other kids, I assumed. Well, you're my new kid now.
It's random cat.
Yeah, everybody knew him. His name was Bandit. Because we had 2. He was Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh, and they just lived they lived there?
They lived at our house. We were across the street. He just adopted the school as part of his, little cat territory.
Oh. Yeah, well, cats have like a 3-mile radius, I think, that they usually hang around.
He was a whore. That cat was definitely I'm sorry. That's an inappropriate term. He was an affectionate lad, shall we say.
Oh no, my mother had a cat similarly
a
wandering.
A wastrel.
Mr. Kitty. And Mr. Kitty would roam the neighborhood and visit other people's houses, and would go inside to one of the neighbors' houses because his wife was ill and bedridden, and Mr. Kitty would go upstairs, just walk himself up the stairs, and go sit on the bed with her for a while, and then spend like an hour or 2 there, and then would leave, and then go to the next house.
Yeah, his next stop in his rounds.
Stop, and then come. And my mom had been quite curious as to what is going on, because when she got ill, Mr. Kitty stayed in the house for a little while with her, and people would come to the house asking if Mr. Kitty was okay. Because we haven't seen him for a few days.
He
Is he all
hasn't been
right?
by. No one's eating this cat food I put out
My
for
wife is very sad. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I did not realize that he was...
he had a routine.
He was the ambassador for the street.
Miss Bandit was like that. He had one of the ladies on our street was widowed, and he would go watch soaps with her. Like, he would be at the door, meow, until she let him in. She'd open him. He'd get on the couch with her. They'd watch soaps together, and then it was off to the next stop. Who are you?
They had the whole other lives that we didn't know about.
Oh, they had important cat business to get up to. I'm just saying.
And if you just happen to give them snacks, that would be great.
I mean, that's the life, right?
I mean, honestly, I
think
feel slightly sad that I'm not a cat.
If someone's offering me snacks to do that, I might, take them up. Visit some neighbors for a couple of hours every day, get some snacks, head home at night.
Yep. Sounds good.
Sounds like the life to me.
And with that, I'm going to play some music.
There was a bee, a pretty little bee. I see why you might choose it. I'd rather have a madman wasp, because he plays all the music.
Choose the madman wasp. He plays all the music.
Apparently French is too hard, as well as English.
It's all right. Sometimes it just words,
Sometimes
man.
the words just don't do good in my brain meats.
It's true. I think that happens for a lot of people.
It
So,
happens more frequently for me, but sure.
so in a fist fight, who would win?
Fist fight would win between your cat and my cat. That neither they would make friends.
It would depend on which cat.
And then they would be BFFs, and they would go visit all the old ladies
No,
together.
I was going to say, well, I had asked earlier when we were in the break, Sting or Morrissey.
Oh, that's right. And I was going with Sting.
No, and I agree that Sting would totally.
Sting looks like he has a better reach. Like he
Yes.
looks lankier. I don't know if he is taller
Well,
than
and he's-
Morrissey or not, but he looks lankier, like longer arms
And yoga.
and yoga. And I
Yeah.
think he'll just punch Morrissey once and Morrissey will start crying.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And then the fight is over. Who would win?
What?
Sting? Okay, round 2.
Yeah.
Sting is our champion.
Okay.
Our new challenger appears. What about Fat Bob? What about Robert Smith? Robert Smith versus Sting.
Robert Smith would win.
Yeah, I think Robert Smith would win too. First of all, he's going to be too stoned to realize he's been hit.
Also, he looks like a soccer hooligan.
He does like to wear like soccer and rugby uniforms on tour.
Yeah, I feel like Robert Smith
Robert Smith could fight.
could fight, and he has seen some shit.
It's definitely somebody's grabbed a hold of that hair in a club at least once.
Yeah, I feel
And he
like
swung on them.
Yeah, I feel like he is not afraid
Of anything.
of anything.
He has taken too many drugs. We're not
Well,
judging.
just-
We're not judging,
no,
Bob.
I
We're
don't-
not judging.
I love Robert Smith.
We love
I-
Robert Smith.
I feel like yeah. I feel like he is the kind of person that I would run into at a bar having a beer. And he would be pleasant. I don't want to know
If he's not.
if he's not. Listeners, if you've ever met Robert Smith, I don't want to know.
I do have a Robert Smith story. It comes from one of my coworkers. A friend of hers has worked with. Well, I've been at an award show with Robert Smith because she works in the music industry. And she was seated at some award show next to Robert Smith. She's Irish, and Morrissey was also there, and they bonded by making fun of Morrissey the entire time. And apparently,
nice.
Robert Smith said something along the lines of, "Well, and I thought I was an asshole." I thought I was a pompous asshole until I met that guy.
Well, I just recently saw an old interview from like 1990 where he is asked about the comparison between him and Morrissey, and he gets very sad and very like, why would people want to compare us?
Yeah, we didn't want to verse Robert Smith versus Morrissey in the at the start because
Yes.
we know who would win that
Yes.
fight.
Yeah.
Robert
Yes.
Smith would make Morrissey cry.
Yes.
He made the lead singer of
wouldn't even-
Smashing Pumpkins cry.
He wouldn't even touch him.
No.
He would just say, he would use his words.
He made the lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins cry by trying to get him to kiss him. And he was like, I only like ladies. And he's like, I'm a lady. It's just terrifying Robert Smith head. Coming at you. No, give us a kiss, Billy Corgan.
I feel like you would just do it. How often can you say that you had been kissed by Robert Smith?
I thought Robert Smith kissed me
Yeah.
full on the lips.
Yeah.
Just-
Sure.
just for the
Once.
story.
Just to be able to say that yes.
It's like, oh, your hairspray smells pleasant. Thanks, Bob.
Also, where do you get your hairspray?
I'm a lady.
Can I have some? Yes.
Drunk Robert Smith lurching at you out of the shadows. Here he comes.
I love Robert Smith. I just can't wait till he gets like real old.
Oh,
Because he's just gonna be like the jovial, weird grandfather of music.
I don't know how jovial he is, but
No, but I feel like he's gonna go like He's gonna go kind of the Willie Nelson of
alternative 80s.
alternative new wave 80s music. That's what I like to picture. Like,
He was interviewed someplace recently. It was making the rounds on Twitter where the younger woman interviewing was kind of gushing a little bit because you could tell she's like, oh my God, it's Robert Smith.
yeah.
And he just was like, oh, yes, thank you. Like in that really dismissive British way. And she's like, oh, you could just see her die inside. And I was like, oh, I feel for that girl in that moment. Because, yeah,
He was
that'd be me too.
he was probably like, jeez,
Calm down. No, it's very nice. Thank you. Calm down. But still, I would also die inside just a little bit. Okay, all right. Round 4.
Okay, round 4.
Who would win in a fight? Robert Smith? David Bowie.
Oh, I think David Bowie.
I think David Bowie would win too.
I have a
think-
feeling.
Maybe we just don't. He just pulls some Jareth
I just
whammy
feel like,
out of his
I just feel
back
like
pocket.
he would. He's the kind. I feel like he would be. He would do something inexplicable that would make Robert Smith go, wait, what? And,
Wait, am I stoned? I mean,
Like-
more stoned than usual.
yeah, I feel
And
like
the fight would be over.
yeah, I feel like that, and then, wham,
Amon would hit him with her purse.
yeah, yeah. Amon is his secret weapon.
Yeah, she's his finishing move.
Amon comes out of the shadows. Don't fight.
She slaps David Bowie upside the back of the head and then hits Robert Smith with the purse.
Yes.
Amon is our new champion!
Hooray! There's been no ladies. Amon wins forever.
Why are we making our favorites fight? This is so violent. We could make them kiss instead.
That's a different show.
Go to my fan fiction. On
AO3.
AO3.
We make Rock God's Kiss.
And then we make Robert Smith kiss everyone, and they all cry.
And then fight.
And possibly fight.
And then,
Maybe one then the other.
Yeah. And then they
enemies
all-
to slow burn, enemies to lovers. They work in a cafe. Oh no!
And then they all order pizza.
I like the story.
Because who doesn't like pizza? I mean,
I'm gonna have to write it, along with all the other fanfics I say I'm gonna write and never do. Someday someone's gonna go to AO3 and look it up and see that yes, I do indeed have an account there,
And there is
and
nothing
be disappointed that there's nothing on it. Maybe I should just make a series of stories where Robert Smith lurches out of the background. He's the monster that comes to kiss you in the night.
just use old Mothman stories, but make Robert
But
Smith
it's Robert
Mothman.
Smith.
Yes.
Do we know? Have we ever seen Robert Smith and Mothman in the same room together?
No.
We have not. Follow the money.
Obviously, Robert Smith is Mothman.
Obviously, Robert Smith is Mothman. That explains my crush on him.
Yeah, there. See? Also the hair.
And the hair.
It's like antenna.
Those weren't antennae. Those
It was
weren't
his
wings.
hair.
It was just Robert Smith's hair.
And those baggy shirts.
With his big baggy shirts. And the red was just from his lipstick. He had
Yes.
smeared it. He had slept in it.
Yes.
It smeared up around his
See?
eyes.
This all tracks.
Maybe all
All cryptids.
all cryptids are Robert Smith.
Or all cryptids are just musicians.
I like it's wrong. Like my big thing is all cryptids are actually bears, but no, maybe they're all Robert Smith. I don't know.
That's true.
Have you ever seen Robert Smith and Bigfoot in the same room together?
Now we just have to find all of the different pictures of Robert Smith that fit to the cryptids.
I don't think it would be that hard.
No,
I
probably
think
not.
you could finally find
All
Robert
of
Smith
them.
photos that line up with cryptids pretty easily.
That will be my fan fiction,
Yeah, follow me on Tumblr.
where I show all the pictures. Truth or fact?
Truth or
Robert
fact.
Smith is all the cryptids.
We need a one of those big cork boards and some red string. We gotta
There
get
you
this.
go.
We gotta
Line
get
them
this.
up.
Yeah.
Take
We
some
gotta
pictures.
get this nailed down.
There we go. All right.
Join us next week on Cryptid/Robert Smith Search. Maybe somebody needs to give us money to go into the woods, the Northwest, and search for Robert Smith.
That's true. That's what we should totally do that. Please.
Lifetime, or whatever the station is that has that dumb Bigfoot show. Send us some money.
And send us to the Midwest to find Robert Smith. I mean, I assume he's actually in the UK, but we'll go look for him.
We'll look wherever you send us.
Yeah. Go anywhere.
We'll backcomb our hair. We'll tease it up. We'll get some heavy eyeliner. We have experience with this.
Yeah. We'll bring some hairspray. We'll
hairspray.
use that as a...
It's the bait. A can of hairspray and a tube of Red Mac lipstick.
Yeah, and some rugby VHS tapes.
Because he still has it on VHS.
Yes. I feel like...
Some big puffy white sneakers.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like that's how that works.
The Robert Smith summoning circle.
And a pizza.
Hey, starting to sound like it would work on me, too.
That way we have something to eat if it doesn't work.
When it doesn't show up, yeah.
And with that, this has been the Clockwork Cabaret. She is Lady Attercop.
And they are Emmett Davenport.
And it's not work we do.
It's love.
This is Mad Wasp Radio, home of the hits.